talk live now to head coach of MK Dons, Mark Jackson. And Mark, oh goodness me, frustrating again. How on earth did your side not score in that 10th minute? 5 efforts, I think, within the space of seconds.
Yeah, we've just counted them up in the dressing room afterwards, and yeah, it was a great opportunity for us to get ourselves on the score sheet, but unfortunately we couldn't take it, and then we conceded what we thought was an avoidable goal as well. We always talk about when and where to play, and playing straight passes into midfield, and we allowed Ipswich to do what we try and do to teams, is anticipate in front and go on the counter, and I think it was Morsi who did that from a stray pass from us. So yeah, it was disappointing to concede that, but the positive thing from me as a coach is that we stayed in the game, and that's really, really important, coming off the back of 2 heavy defeats in the last 2 games. Talked a lot about the mental state of the players, and that's obviously going to be fragile after that. We spoke a lot about this week about being mentally tough and staying in games even when those difficult moments come, and I thought we did that better today, and we showed that we can be a threat to teams even at the top of the league against Ipswich, and I thought we on a different day we could have had a goal as well.
It's horrible to have to rue chances like that, miss, because you put that in and the game's completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We were up against a really, really good team, a talented squad of players, a championship squad for me, with the talent they've got in their squad, and I thought we went toe to toe with them. We had a plan which I'm really, really pleased that the lads kind of stuck to as well, and we knew that they could play, and if we give them the opportunity to play, they would hurt us. But I thought our out of possession work was predominantly good, and like I said there, I think we caused them certain problems, particularly in the first half, not as much in the second half, but we caused them problems in possession as well. So lots to build on. Not the feeling we had in the last 2 games against Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday. Certainly still a feeling that we haven't got the 3 points, we know that, but I've just spoke to the players in there and said, right, this is where it starts now, our mini league from now until the end of the season, when we're playing teams in and around us, and this is where we need to come to life, and we need to start picking up the 3 points, and we need to take the positives from today into those coming games.
I mean, it's so easy for us to say, the games against Ipswich, Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday don't define the season, but actually the next 5 might. But it's true in many respects, isn't it? Because it could be a massive 5 games coming up for this football. Well, I mean, it is. There's no 2 ways about it. It's a massive 5 games for this football club, isn't it?
Yeah, and we went into the games against the top teams there, this 3-game period, and we always believed we could get something. We've come away with that, and we haven't. All right, and we had to deal with 2 heavy defeats in there as well. But certainly the feeling coming out of this now is, okay, yeah, we haven't got the 3 points, and we haven't got any points, but it's a better feeling. We didn't go under. We stayed strong. I was appreciative of the fans and their support. The Ipswich fans come today, and they brought lots with them. But our fans, as always, they always get behind the team. They always support the team, even in tough times, and that's what we need going into this last period now. And I've even described it to the players there as it is a mini league now going into these final games, and we have to have our mindset where whatever it takes to get them points, to get them goals, to keep the clean sheets, to ensure that we get the points on the table, to ensure our safety. And as I looked around the dressing room, I could see the intent from the players was there. Obviously, of course, they're still hurting a little bit because they've just been beat, but the intent that they want to do that is there 100%. So we're together as a group of staff, as a group of players, as a club. We have to be together for these final fixtures.
Strong defensive performance, I thought, and much improved after what you said, the last couple of games. Yeah,
that's been our focus this week, about not conceding as many chances and as many goals, because it was difficult to take. It was really, really hard to take. It's been a difficult week for us as a group, and I always talk about the group because that's important. And it has been a challenging week for us. We had to deal with the injury with Dan Harvey as well, and I thought Henry come in and show some great mental toughness there to go and play out of position when they were trying to press on him as well. So he showed great character to come through that as well. But as regards to a defensive display, it was much improved, which we knew we needed that. Ultimately, it's not produced any points today, but it's important that we are now focused on this next group of games. Really, really focused.
We spoke a couple of weeks ago, didn't we, about Jack Tucker and the criticism that he's got. Was it tough to pick up the defence and that back line, or even, well, in fact, the whole team after the last couple of games?
The whole squad. It hurt. Yeah. The last 2 games hurt against Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday. It hurt us as a staff. It hurt us as a club. But I think the performance today, not the result, but the performance today hopefully showed that togetherness of the players and that mental resilience, which hopefully we can take forward, which I'm sure we'll take forward, and we have to take forward into these next games. So I was pleased from that respect that we showed, that character to come through.
Just needed a little bit more in that second half, didn't you? So you mentioned, didn't you, that there was not really an awful lot of chances for your side. Yeah,
and we had to weather the storm at the start of the second half as well. We had to defend set play as well, which I thought we did. And we knew we were playing against a team. We had a plan of how we were going to work against the ball, and we had a plan that if we stayed in the game, we could then go after it towards the end of the game and try and go, because we know that if you open up too early against a team like that, the game could be done. And again, after the last 2 results against Sheffield Wednesday and Bolton, we didn't want to put ourselves in that predicament. But we knew that if we stayed in the game, we could have a period where we could really go for it. And I think, Sully created the chance at the end where the ball went across. And on a different day, I keep saying to the opposite forwards, getting in at the back stick for a tap-in. On a different day, we might have had that one chance and that equaliser. But it didn't happen for us today. But we have to be ready and focused now for this next period of the season.
And I bet everybody's chomping at the bit now for these next 5 games.
I believe so. I really, really believe so. I am. The staff are. I said before there, I looked into the players' eyes when I'm speaking to them, and they seem ready for it. So we have to be. I said it doesn't start on Monday, it starts now. And it's how we recover, how our mindset is going into training on Monday, in the preparation for Lincoln, how we are in the Lincoln game, and how we attack every game from now on.
After the adversity against Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday, this is the sort of performance, a bit more resilience, as you say, that must give the players a lot of belief that they can really get something out of this mini league, as you said.
I hope so, because that's what I'm telling them. It's hard to take that information on board, I think, after a defeat straight away, but we'll keep reiterating that message to them, and we'll show them the good stuff. We'll show them, again, like any game, where we can improve and get better, but there was more good stuff than negative things today in the game. So, yeah, my challenge is, for us as a team, is me to lead this team and ensure that we win this mini league, which is going to be apparent now for the rest of the season.
So Danny Harvey missed out today. Is there much of an update on where he's at?
There's no damage to his knee. There's a lot of inflammation and irritation on there, and it's his left leg as well. So we had to be careful with him this week because he was feeling a lot of pain when he was passing. I think predominantly if it had been his right leg, it might have been better because he wouldn't have been having that repetition of striking the ball and passing the ball. But what our decision was based around kind of shutting him down now, and we'll assess that tomorrow of where he is. We'll get him back onto the training pitch on Monday and see what shape he's in, and then we'll see whether he can be part of the Lincoln game.
Is it a case of just so many injuries coming in the defensive area at once?
Yes, we're not in an ideal situation with that at the minute, and we're asking a lot of the players out there to go every game 90 minutes, and even through the tough times to stay strong. But I thought, like it was said earlier, that we were more resilient today. We were mentally stronger. We were better defensively. Of course, they're going to create chances, but I thought we showed a desire as a team to defend our goal more effectively. And I spoke against Sheffield Wednesday in the difficult moments and the periods where teams like that have dominance in the game. How strong can we be to ride that storm and come through it and then still try and play our game? And I thought we did that well today.